Right, good evening. It is now Friday night, the 2nd of September, and you join me back down on the Dorset Stour just outside Blandford chasing bream. Well, I found them. I've been here for hours, walking up and down the bank. Got down here about 2 o'clock. I've been walking up and down the bank for a few hours. Finally found a few fish, found some chub, found some roach, finally found some bream. I've catapulted out a few, I think probably about 40 boilies, 12 millies and some barrels, and now I've got 2 rigs out there. I've got one, getting eaten alive, I've got one right underneath where all those fish are rolling, and topping, and I've got another one further upstream of it. We're going to give it a go. They're on little inline lead, so it should all be self-hooking. Thank you very much. And yeah, fingers crossed they do hook themselves. Right, I'll update you when they do. Well, good morning. Just coming up on 6 AM and I've just had this pick up my bait. I'm now packing up to go fishing somewhere else. So, oh well, I'll give you an update as to how it came about later on. Ciao for now. There we go, not a bad little start. £2.13 ounce, thank you very much. I'll update you what I'm doing in a minute. Right, so it's just coming up on 2:30 on Saturday. I had the bream this morning on the Stour, which is a nice surprise because I thought I was going to be blanking. Then after that, I've packed up, chucked the kit in the car, driven across to the other side of Salisbury to turn up on this lake to do a bit of tench fishing. Same kit. So far I've had one at about 2 and a bit pounds, which you should have seen. And that's been it. It's been really slow other than that. I've got Tony sat next to me. He's had a couple of roach, missed a bite. But yeah, it's been slower than anticipated. And that's it really. If I catch anything else I'll show you. I'm on method feeders now. Started off on Ronnie rigs because I thought there might have been a chance of a rogue carp, but I was wrong. So now I'm on little method feeders, plastic caster, and we're going to give that a go for a couple of hours and then go home. Right, that's it, update done. If I catch any more I'll show you, if I don't I won't, and I will see you next time I'm on the bank. Ciao for now. Well, how's about some of that then? I've been fishing for about 3 minutes, the rig's been in, £4.12 ounces, thank you very much. I'll show you where I am if you're lucky, and I'll show you what I'm doing if you're lucky. Right, I'm going to get it back upstream, try and catch another one. Right, so good afternoon. You join me on the Hampshire Avon today, chasing chub and hopefully barbel. It's been a bit of rain this week and it's put a little tiny bit of colour in the water. There's a bit of detritus floating down and it looks good. Had that first fish within, that was minutes of turning up to be, well, minutes with getting the rod into the water. Because I got into this swim, chucked the brolly up to hide the kit from all the rain, and then went for a walk downstream and put some pellet in some other swims as well. Mainly fishing pellet, because I know it works on here. And yeah, that's it. It's coming up on 2 o'clock and I will probably be making a move in a minute. Well, it depends on how much of this detritus is causing me issues, because I'm having to fish across in this swim. And I seem to be getting a lot of rubbish on the line and a lot of issues with that at the moment. Because now I've had a bite, a couple more rattles, it doesn't seem to be as prolific as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a few quick fish and then off. Oh, that's weed. Yeah, so that's what I meant about the weed. I think it's going to be a bit problematic in this swim from time to time. But yeah, I'll give you an update when I've moved or if I catch something else. Alright, ciao for now. Right, it's just coming up on 6 o'clock and I've had no indication since that first fish. There's loads of bits of floating weed coming downstream. Although I'm seeing some fish in this swim, I'm sat right in the open, so I'm spooking them basically. I need to figure out a better day to come here, probably when it's up and coloured. Right, probably be on the move again in a minute, and yeah, I'm sure I'll figure something out. Alright, hopefully show you another fish in a bit. Ciao for now. Right, good morning. It's now Saturday morning. Join me on a different stretch of river. Last night I ended up staying in that swim because I went for a walk and saw some fish, but because of the bank behind me, or the lack of cover, they were very spooky and I didn't get any bites. Meh. I've come on here this stretch today. There's a deep hole here where I'm fishing, and I found a few bits further down which looked alright, and I've put a bit of bait on those, and yeah, we're gonna give it a go for a couple of hours. Anything good happens I'll show you, and if it doesn't, then it'll be a short bit of the vlog. Right, ciao for now. Well, I haven't blanked. £2 12 ounces. Bit of a deformed mouth, so I'll recognise him if he comes around again. Happy days. I've had to move swims like. Well, I'm going to get him back and I might show you what I'm doing. Right, it's just gone 11 o'clock now. Been here for a couple of hours. Had that little one, but now there's no chub anywhere to be seen, no barbel, no nothing. So I'm contemplating a move for the last half an hour or so before I have to go in for lunch. I won't show you that, but it's been a nice little morning again. One fish. The river's really hard at the moment, but yeah, we're still avoiding the blank, so it's all good. Right, if I catch anything I'll show you. If I don't, I'll see you next time I'm out on the bank. Right, good afternoon. It's Wednesday afternoon. You joined me back down on the Hampshire Avon chasing chub. So far I've found a few and managed to naff it right up. So I'm looking at a move already. Gonna give him another 10 minutes or so in here to come back, then put a bit of bait in and bimble off and see what I can find. And hopefully I'll update you later with a fish. Right, see you in a bit. Right, good evening. It's just gone 6 o'clock. As you can see, the scenery's changed. That's because I properly naffed up the first swim. Oh well. I think I pricked one and they just spooked right off. So I've moved downstream quite a long way. I've seen a few fish in this swim. However, since I started fishing it, I haven't seen a fish. But it is 6 o'clock. I'm now coming into the witching couple of hours, you know, like proper dusk. And we'll see what happens. The plan is to sit here and do the long wait. Got a fresh rig on and away we go. If I don't catch anything, the next time you'll see me, I'll be down on the Dorset Stour in Blanford, but hopefully I'll see you before then. Right, ciao for now. Right, good afternoon. It's a Friday afternoon. You joined me on the Dorset Stour as promised. I've been down here for a few hours. I was on a different stretch where I walked up and down for about two and a half hours earlier. And then I've come onto here, and what I've ended up having to do is get my bank stick out and beat a path through all the stingers and brambles, but it's been worth it. I've got down up to the top end of this stretch. Nobody's been up here in months by the looks of things, and I'm getting into this swim. I found a load of fish fizzing in the margins. All I've done is a little mesh bag of pellet and super glued a couple of pellets onto a 12-inch hook link, 2-ounce flat pair, inline lead, and just lowered it down in amongst all the fizzing. We'll give it a go. That's the wind. Right, hopefully I'll update you with a fish in the not too distant future. But if I don't, you'll see me in a different stretch for the night probably. This isn't the most comfortable. Right, either way, I will see you later. Right, good evening. It's now 7:30. As you can see, I've moved swims. Back in the swim that I was in the other week, where I had the little bream out. I've literally just got down here about, I don't know, 40 minutes ago. Put a few balls of pellet, and I've just set the house up, and now I'm going to have my tea. I haven't even put the tripod up, hence the dodgy camera work. Right, hopefully I'll show you a fish. If not, I will see you in the morning. Ciao for now. Right, good morning. It's just coming up on 8 o'clock, and last night was a disappointing night, to be fair. I got a good night's kip though. Went to bed about 9, woke up about an hour and a half ago, and I've had one beep on the right hand rod. So I decided to wind the rods in to have a look, and there's no hook bait on either rod. Not ideal. Don't know if it's little fish or crayfish. Super glued some pellets on now, so they're not pulling them off, just to see if I can get some indications, but I think it's all a bit over and done with. I also, when I had the rods wound in, walked downstream and put a bit of pellet in on a swim that I fancy for a chub. So we'll give that a go for half an hour as well before I go, maybe. Or I might just go home, I don't know. Right, that's it, that's your update done. I will see you later, or Monday, one or the other. Right, ciao for now. Right, good morning. It's just coming up on 8 o'clock, and last night was a disappointing night, to be fair. I got a good night's kip though. Went to bed about 9, woke up about an hour and a half ago, and I've had one beep on the right hand rod. So I decided to wind the rods in to have a look, and there's no hook bait on either rod. Not ideal. Don't know if it's little fish or crayfish. Super glued some pellets on now, so they're not pulling them off, just to see if I can get some indications, but I think it's all a bit over and done with. I also, when I had the rods wound in, walked downstream and put a bit of pellet in on a swim that I fancy for a chub. So we'll give that a go for half an hour as well before I go, maybe. Or I might just go home, I don't know. Right, that's it, that's your update done. I will see you later, or Monday, one or the other. Right, ciao for now. Right, good afternoon. It's a Monday afternoon. Join me back down on one of the club lakes chasing carp. Been here since this morning, first light. Didn't see a great deal until about 10 o'clock. When I saw some fizzing beyond the weed. That was somebody else was fishing there at the time. So I decided to have a look in this swim. Clipped up onto a spot I know, still clear, put a bit of bait in. Now I've got fizzing going on. Intermittent, could be tench or something, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's looking good. That's it really. I'm probably going to be quite static. I'm here for 2 days, well 3 days, 2 nights. So if anything good happens I'll show you. Other than that I won't. Now that's on a choddy chucked up the back of an island, and it's a very light bobbin, so that's probably the wind. Right, I'm going to get a cup of tea on. I shall speak to you in a bit. Right, it's coming up on 3:30 on Tuesday, and the update goes that nothing's happened. Yeah, that's it really. I'm going to be putting both rods out for the night in a little while, and then sitting back, watching a couple of movies and getting an early night. Don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, don't know if I'm staying or going. Haven't quite made my mind up yet. Yeah, that's it really, update done. Right, if I don't see you before, I'll see you in the morning. Ciao for now. Right, good morning. It's 9 o'clock on Wednesday, and last night absolutely nothing happened. Didn't see anything, didn't hear anything. I went for a couple of walks yesterday afternoon, wound the rods in, did a few laps. Saw nothing on those, not even on the little lake, so I had nothing to move on to. It's just one of those, isn't it? You've got nothing to move on to, you're better off sitting in the same spot almost. Yeah, that's it. That's me. I'm going to be packing up in a minute. I'm just waiting for the bivvy to dry out, and I'll be out and about on Saturday somewhere. So until then, ciao for now. Right, good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Join me down on one of the little club lakes chasing carp on barbel gear, simply because I would have gone down the river, but it's still low and clear and I can't be bothered blanking again. So I've come on here, I've walked around, put a bit of bait in, found some fish. They've moved, so I'm about to do the off, and that's it really. Right, haven't blanked. I'm not going to weigh him because, needless to say, he weighs about a pound. Just as well I brought the light gear. 2.5 pound. Well, they're getting bigger. Right, good afternoon. It's just gone 4. Time for me to make a move. I've only got 1 rod in at the moment because I've just managed to lose another fish on the left hand rod. That's now 2 that I've lost today. and if you're losing fish on here, they're not coming back. So it's just one of those. So I'm going to pack up and disappear off. I've got a meeting tonight that I need to do, and I'll also get this video uploaded this weekend, well before this weekend, because then it's October. Right, I'll see you soon. Ciao for now.